Are you thinking of buying a Labrador puppy, but aren't sure about the differences between the American Labrador and the English Labrador? Then this video is for you. Comparing the English Labrador versus the American Labrador. It's important to note that in this comparison, the types of labs we are referring to are the bench lab and the field lab. They are oftentimes referred to as the American or English by people that aren't involved with the breed. There is only one Labrador breed, and both the field and bench labs are bred across the world, but most commonly in the US and the UK. Labradors are the #1 most common breed of dog in the United States, United Kingdom, and Australia. They have warmed homes, hospitals, retirement facilities, and police stations all over the globe. If you don't look closely enough, it may appear they are the same. However, over a history of selective breeding, there are notable variances between the English and American Labradors. It seems these two countries have left their mark on these friendly canines, leading to distinctions you may not suspect. Getting down to the nitty-gritty, let's explore what makes each of these dogs unique. Before going into the video, we are giving away a free video series that teaches the quick and easy way to an obedient dog without spending hours of training and thousands of dollars. So make sure to get yours by clicking the first link in the description. Now let's get into today's video. Visual difference. To begin, it is necessary to note that the AKC Association does not notice a separation between English and American Labradors. They remain in the same category and aren't two detached entities. English and American Labs, the backstory. Looking back through the history of this breed, the Labrador was first called St. John's Dog or Lesser Newfoundland Dog. They were a sporting breed used to retrieve ducks and other small game for hunters. They were soon taken back to England and renamed Labrador Retriever. They were added to England's Kennel Club roster in 1903. In America, they were recognized by the AKC in 1917. The original St. John's Dog became extinct over time, and the new and improved Labrador Retriever completely took their place. They originally had white muzzles, paws, and chests, but this coat appearance fizzled into solid colors. Early labs in England were no longer used as work dogs or given strenuous physical duties. They became show dogs, having a lavish existence. That is contrary to America, where they resumed roles as loyal hunting mates. These days, both English and American labs have taken on various characters, from in-home companions to service dogs. You may see them assisting the blind or serving as an emotional support animal. Their intelligence and intuition help them to perform outstandingly in just about any job you can imagine. However, because of the years of opposing uses for these dogs, it ingrained permanent differences in personality, looks, and purpose. While the AKC may not agree quite enough to make it official, the trait differentiation is noticeable. Size and appearance. Both the English and American labs share the same color categories: yellow, chocolate, and black. The rarest color is chocolate because this color is very dependent on specific genetic combinations. While there is no change in the color of their gorgeous coats, the texture and thickness differ. English labs are fuller and thicker with what is called an otter tail. Their fur is water resistant, which makes them durable and efficient when swimming. All Labradors very heavy shedders. Their dense coats leave a trail, and they benefit from regular brushing. English labs are stockier in size, with a blocky head and broader muzzle. They have an almost lazy look about them. They tend to be a tad shorter height and in length. They are beefier with a thick neck and broad chest. American labs, on the other hand, tend to be sleeker and more athletic. They have longer legs and a longer body. They have a sporty build with thinner snouts and finer coats. Male labs weigh between 65 to 80 pounds while females weigh 55 to 70 pounds. This average range includes both. However, English labs tend to weigh in at the higher end of the scale. Temperament differences. The English and the American Labrador may differ in their temperament compared to their looks, and their temperament is normally the deciding factor in regard to which type of Labrador to get if their purpose doesn't decide it for you. The bench Labrador can be calmer in temperament compared to the American. The field lab was bred for his working ability and higher energy levels. The field lab can be a bit bolder than the English and he enjoys a good challenge, whereas bench labs can be less active and easier to train, depending on your experience levels. The American has more stamina and as such he is harder to tire out. Both the bench and field labs enjoy a good cuddle, and they both make a great family pet and are affectionate with their family. Because of their easygoing temperaments, they both love nothing more than to please their master. Health issues. Each of them shares the same lifespan, ranging between 10 to 12 years. While both dogs have similar health concerns, certain conditions may be more prevalent on one side or the other. They mutually have joint issues, heart issues, and potential genetic defects. They are both at risk for hip dysplasia. But because American Labs perform retrieving and other high-endurance activities, they are more likely to develop this condition. They also have a likelier probability of having other joint-related disorders like patellar luxation and osteochondritis dissecans. Since American Labs are energetic dogs, the same is true for other issues like exercise-induced collapse. This condition triggers when the dog is undergoing periods of intense exercise, causing muscle failure, followed by a total collapse. A condition called bloat is a problem for this breed too. It happens when their stomachs are too full, and they exercise immediately following eating. It causes gas to expand the abdomen, which cuts off blood flow and is usually deadly. They can also suffer from ailments such as canine lymphoma, hereditary myopathy, and diabetes. Grooming comparison. The Labrador will need a bath every 6 weeks or so, which is the same as the average pup. This will be the same for both the English and the American Labrador. Be sure not to bath him more than every 6 weeks as you risk damaging their natural coat oils, which can cause a multitude of skin issues. If he gets dirty whilst out playing, then you can use doggy wipes and doggy perfume from your local pet store to keep them fresh. The Labrador's natural defense against the cold Canadian elements takes the form of a double coat. Their coats act the same way as a wetsuit does, and as such they shed. The English and the American will need brushing once or twice a week. Their undercoats grow thick and dense in the winter to keep them warm, and then when spring and summer arrive their undercoat sheds. A Labrador living in colder conditions will naturally grow a thicker coat. During shedding season, they will both need to be brushed every other day, if not every day, to keep their fur manageable. Price differences. The English and the American Labrador cost, on average, upwards of $1,200 from a reputable breeder. Expect to pay a premium if you are purchasing a bench lab that you plan to use for shows. Show dogs are bred for their parent history and lineage that will provide them with certain traits. As such, they are more expensive. If you would like a pup who is from a winning bloodline, be that a working bloodline or a bench bloodline, then you can expect to pay a little more, upwards of $2,000. Generally, however, there is not a significant difference in the price between the field and bench Labrador. It truly depends on the breeding lines. That's a wrap. No matter what continent these two cousins come from, they are full of love to give. Despite preferences related to either, they still share the #1 title, remaining the fan favorite from country to country. That should speak for itself, as they have held this slot firmly for over 27 years. You couldn't choose a more widely compatible and adaptable four-legged friend. One thing is for sure, they will provide years of happiness and adventure, leaving you with memories to cherish for a lifetime. And don't forget to check out the free video series that teaches the quick and easy way to an obedient dog, so make sure to get yours by clicking the first link in the description. If you liked the video, then make sure to hit that like button. Also, if you want more dog training guides, information, then make sure to subscribe our channel. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments, and thank you for watching.